Hey guys, my name is Daniel Mutheki, and I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me today. Most importantly, I'd like us to thank God for enabling each and every one of us to be here today. I keep on sensitizing you, and I'll never stop, that you must be quick to give thanks to God, simply because there are many things to be grateful for. I always tell you that there are people in this life who would take your opportunity in a heartbeat. They'd take the struggles that you have in a heartbeat because they are going through worse situations. And so always remember, sit back, look back, and you will find something to be grateful for. Could be life, could be health, could be anything that God has granted you free of charge. And so always be careful to give thanks to God for each and everything that you have. Well, guys, as usual, I leave my details right on the screen right there. And so if you'd like to reach out to me, don't hesitate, drop me a chat on one of my social media pages. Could be Facebook, could be Instagram. Remember to follow me there as well. You could also drop me an email on my Gmail, and I'll try my very best to revert to each and every one of you. Could be a concern that you have, could be a topic you'd like us to share on this channel, could be a suggestion that you have, could be anything. Feel free, chat me up, and I'll do my very best to revert to each and every one of you. I'd also like to thank all of you who've subscribed to this channel. As we continue to grow, as we continue to share this word with many more people, I pray that those who've not subscribed, don't hesitate, press the subscription button. Most importantly, if these videos inspire you, remember to like them and to share them with many more people so that we can spread this message far and wide. Well, guys, as we always say, new week, new video. And in today's video, I'd like us to talk about half time, okay? And, when I talk about half time, there's a story that comes to mind. I'm a Manchester United fan, all right? And I know some of you are laughing now because Manchester has not been doing very well, but there's a time things were really good. Anyway, back to the story. And so I remember it was, I think back in 2001, when Man United was playing a team called Tottenham Hotspurs. And it was a game I think they expected to win. And so the game starts, and before you know it, United is 1-0 down. Before you know it, Man United is 2-0 down. Before you know it, they were 3-0 down. 3 goals in first half. And things looked like they were done. It was over. This is a game they expected to win, but the tables had turned, and they were 3-0 down. They managed to get a goal in first half, but then they go into halftime. They go into the changing room, losing the game. Sir Alex Ferguson was a manager then, and I'm sure a lot of players expected to get what he famously called the hairdryer treatment. They thought they'll be bashed and abused in the changing room. But he told them a simple thing. He told them, let's go out there and try and get an early goal and see where the game goes. Let's go out there and try. Get an early goal and see where it goes. That thing was very important because when the team came out in the second half, they got a very early goal in probably the first 10 minutes. And so now the game was 3-2. And as history has it, Manchester United ended up winning that game 5-3. I went through the same revelation a couple of years back during COVID when I turned 35. I remember asking God, man, I feel like I'm at halftime in my life. And it didn't seem or look like I was winning the game of life. Things were tough. We were home because of COVID. The hospitality industry where I work, hotels had been closed down. I was there struggling to understand my purpose. Why did God create me? Why am I here? What is the reason for creation? I had so many other things that had happened in my past that my halftime did not look good. As Manchester United was losing to Tottenham Hotspurs, I was losing the game of life. And I remember talking to God and telling him, God, the second half that you're about to give me, I want it to be different. I want it to be special. I want to be restored. I want to be redeemed. I want you to bring out that which you have planned for me. And I want to live my purpose. You know, a lot of you are watching this video today, and your first half has been abysmal. Your first half has been horrible. You're losing at this game of life. Your relationships have been a failure. You've been unable to keep a steady job. Your finances are all over the place. You don't know how to become stable in life because you've made the wrong choices. You've been in the wrong crowd and you've made mistakes. And everybody's calling you a failure. All the fans on the sides are saying you're failing. They're booing you right now that you have failed. But I want to tell you one thing. There is halftime in everything. A time to change. And I remember United were told, if you can concede 3 goals in first half, that means you can score the same goals. Go out and try it. And that game, as I said, ended 5-3 in favor of Manchester United. They scored 5 goals to win the game. You're losing the game of life. But I want to urge you, don't give up. Don't lose hope. You can turn the tables around. You can regain that which has been lost. You can be restored to the glory that which God has intended for you, as long as you do not give up. Sometimes we are losing the first half for a reason, because God must give you a story. God must give you the practice that you need. God must give you the training that you need so that you can be able to come up in the second half. You see, if I never went through the car accident I went through, if I never went through the pain that God allowed me to go through, I probably would still be a very average 30-something-year-old guy, chasing the things of this world, having an average marriage, living an average life, probably miserable, like a lot of people are. But I'm here to thank God for allowing my first half to be as it was and changing my second half. I am now winning. I am now becoming a better person. God is now helping me to unleash that which He had put within me. That gift, that potential that was hidden in me now is being unleashed. And today I speak the same over your life today. I speak a second half of redemption. I speak a second half of recreation in your life. You shall receive that which God has intended for you. You will not fail. You have been losing the game of life, but now you will win the game of life because you are sheltered under the wing of the Almighty. You have put your trust in the living God. You know, a lot of people put trust in chariots and horses, but we put our trust in the living God. And God has redeemed me, so can He redeem you. I want you to believe that it's not over. Your life still has a lot to offer. You might be losing, but trust me. Put your mind together. Seek God. Understand His will over your life, and you will regain what has been lost. You will achieve greater than you have ever thought possible in your life today. And as we continue, I'd like us to read a word from my trusted Bible in relation to this restoration. I'd like us to turn to the book of Jeremiah. Before I read, you see, Jeremiah was speaking to the Israelites, and they had been taken into bondage, into captivity, into exile. They were in Babylon. You know, they'd sinned in the eyes of God, and He'd taken them into exile for 70 years. But if you read the scripture in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verses 17, you see, God is talking about restoration. He's talking about bringing them back to where they're meant to be. And I read Jeremiah 30 from verses 17. But I will restore you to health and heal your wounds, declares the Lord, because you are an outcast, Zion, for whom no one cares. This is what the Lord says. I will restore the fortunes of Jacob's tents and have compassion on his dwellings, The city will be rebuilt, and her ruins and the palace will stand in its proper place. From them will come songs of thanksgiving and the sounds of rejoicing. I will add to the numbers, and they will not be decreased. I will bring them honor, and they will not be disdained. You see, this was Jeremiah speaking to the people of Israel. And God spoke to him directly and said, I will restore them. I will bring them back to that which they are supposed to be. I will rebuild the ruins and the cities that have been there, and I will take them back to the promised land, that which I had promised them. And that's the same word I have for you today. You feel like you've been in exile. You feel like you have been distorted. You feel like your life has stopped. The first half you've been losing. Things have been difficult. But I want to tell you one thing. There's always halftime. And it's up to you to decide, how do you want the second half of your life to be? Are you tired of the pain? Are you tired of the issues you have had? Are you tired of the failures? Are you tired of being ordinary? Are you tired of being regular? It is halftime. Make a decision. Choose what you want to be. Do you want to start winning in this game of life? Do you want to unleash that gift that God has given you and you've been sitting on it for the whole of your life up to now? Are you there and your purpose in life is to inspire other people to become who God created them to be, but you've been quiet in a corner doing nothing about it? I purposed in my heart that my second half will be different. My life will change, and I have put my mind to it, and through the help of God, I believe that I'm on the right path. And I want to tell you one thing. It doesn't matter how far you've gone in the wrong direction. It is always possible for you to turn and go into the right direction. It does not matter how far you've gone. Do not fear. Do not be dismayed. Make that U-turn and change the fortunes of your second half in life. You could be in your 20s. You could be in your 30s. You could be in your 40s. You could even be in your 50s. You could be in your 60s and you think as though mine is done. No, 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 no. Our God is a God of purpose. Our God is a God of a mission. And He will utilize you at whatever season of your life today. And so purpose in your heart at whatever age that you will convert the fortunes of your second half to the honor and glory of God. And so remember, as I've told you today, your first half could be bad. Things could have gone south in your life. But be strong, take hope, and trust that with God, everything is possible. And so guys, I wouldn't want to make this video too long, and so I'd end it at that. But remember, take a look in your life, evaluate your first half, and choose what you want your second half to be. Until next time, my name is Daniel Mutheki. May God bless you, may He keep you, may He shine His face upon you, and be gracious to you. Take care, guys, and God bless.